Sit down, shut up and hold on. You're back with NZV8 TV. You can win this amazing LG home theatre package, a 50-inch 3D plasma TV and 3D Blu-ray home entertainment system. Enter the unique code you see on screen by going to v8.co.nz. Lake Karapiro, and this is Australasian GP Hydroplane champion Graeme Weller. Seeking to break the World GP Hydroplane speed record.
It's a GP hydroplane. It's 25 feet long, 12.5 feet wide. It weighs round about 1,220 kgs on the crane. That's with me in it, full of fuel. Yep. And it's powered by 2,200 horsepower. The engine's a big block Chev with big chief heads, 510 cubic inches, and we're running a 1471 high helix blower. We run steel rods because obviously we're running around the track, so the engine's got to be a bit more durable. We'd like to hold 75 to 8,000 down the track, so I think if we can hold 75, that'll be the record, and then if all's going good after that, then we'll give it another crack and see what we can really pull it up to. To give you an idea, in a 3.5 minute race, we use about 110 litres of methanol, so as fast as you can pour it in, it drinks it, and they seem to like it. I'd like to do 180 plus, yeah. That's our goal for the day. But yeah, we've got to go out and do a couple of warm-ups and make sure everything feels good. Obviously, you don't really want to give it a hit unless the boat is feeling right. So we'll know after the first couple of runs whether we can get it up to that speed. The boats are set up to go round corners, so really your acceleration is normally 500 to 600 metres. So yeah, that's why a lot of people don't really have a go at a kilo run with them. It's sort of one of those funny things that loads the rudder up and sort of pulls the boat back down on the water. But yeah, once you get 800, 900 metres, you sort of don't know what the boat's going to do at that speed. So we have changed a few things to make it run a bit straighter. But then again, you don't want to change too much because obviously you get the feel out of the boat then. So like I say, you don't know. It's an unknown to what we're going to do. So if it's not broken, we don't fix it, and we're not trying to recreate the wheel. We think we've got the speed in a straight line, so that's what we're aiming for. We've been clocked at over 180 mile an hour, but that 180 mile an hour might have been 100 metres. So to try and hold it for a kilometre and then do a backup with a kilometre is the tricky part. So all the canopy is an F16 canopy, which is all cut down. And there's roll cage and that in there. We're on air. There's a trapdoor on top, trapdoor underneath. And yeah, we've got a lot of safety crew here today, so can't really compare it to anything else that I've done. And I've done a lot of things in life. Yeah, something a bit special. I think that's why we keep doing it for the short amount of time we run them. Weather condition and the water's really good at the moment. The wind's died down. The lake's looking really good. Well, we wouldn't spend the last 6 months trying to set this thing up and put it all together if we didn't think we'd have a good shot at it. But there's always things that can get in the way and most often do. So, hey, we're confident at the moment. I think everyone here is quite happy with the run, and we showed what the boat can do, and it's an unofficial world record at this stage. Happy with the day, we're packing it away and really haven't broken anything, so at the end of the day with a GP boat, that's pretty good.
277.22 kilometres an hour, an unofficial world GP hydroplane speed record, pending confirmation from the UIM in the States. Not quite standard? Got mods? NAC Insurance takes us to Powercruise street drags. It's off-street racing with attitude. And check out this Street 55 Chevy.
Tony Good's the name from Tauranga. This is the first time out for my 55 Chev. 550 cubic inch, supercharged. Yeah, she's getting up there in the cubes. 550, I don't think I've seen anything here bigger. Yeah, works out in about 9 litre. Barry Grant 400, pumps 400 gallons an hour. very grundy system, and as you can see for the street cruising, we've got a rather large fuel tank so we can go the distance. Well, it's using, on average cruising, 1 litre every 2 kilometres.
Maybe I've seen too many burnouts.
We've had a compromise. We want a quick down the strip car as well as something we can chuck the kids in, the family, and go for a cruise. Well, I brought it off a guy in Whangarei about 5 years ago. It was built by someone prior to him owning it. It was done, actually, chassis, panel and paint was all done back in the 80s. I brought it as an unfinished project, minus engine box, wheels, interior, things like that, and we've just been working on it, finishing it over the years. And yeah, we're just about there. Basically the centre section of the chassis and the main body shell, which is still steel. It's got an HQ front end, fiberglass tilt front, fiberglass boot lid. The wife, I took her out today for her first spin in it and thought it was pretty cool. Pro Street, it's meant to look like a drag car, but straight driven. She's a good strong car, doesn't need much else. Goes in a straight line when you floor it.
Alright, let's see.
And Tony made it to the quarterfinals, but he hazed the bags and got beaten by Bruce Cox. It takes a lot to beat a good T-bucket, and here's Jason Bond blowing off another Camaro.
Outside.
And our Maguire's feature car, Tempted, gets taken out by Bruce Cox's Camaro. Grant Tynan beat Carl Draper in the Battle of the Tiranas. With the field narrowing, Craig Date's T-bucket went up against Aaron Costello's Camaro. And when it comes to drag racing, apart from the engine, nothing beats less weight and bigger tyres.
G'day, I'm Craig from Auckland. This is my 1923 T-bucket. It's running a 468 Chevy with airflow research heads. It's making about 700 horsepower on the motor, about 250 short of the NOS, which I haven't used yet, but runs a low 9. Down here at the Powercruise to have some fun. Purpose built, had Brendan from Real Rides in Auckland help me out with the chassis and all the cage and everything, and then I've pretty much finished the rest myself. And Steve Levine's done the fire, real fire. Steve, eh? Yep. Yeah, he's a bit of a legend around the hot rodding industry. I like how light they are, power to weight. They weigh nothing, and they've got 700 odd horsepower, and they go hard. Powercruise, I love everything about it. Good to be able to come somewhere and get your car on the track and show everyone how it goes, and then show it off as well.
Quarterfinals, and Bruce Cox gets taken out by the Daytonator. T-bucket domination as Jason Bond goes up against Tynan's Tirana. Carl Mossing's Nissan Skyline would soon knock out Chris Robinson's Chevelle and end up finding itself in the semi-finals with a pair of T-buckets. Rice burners. In the semi-finals, it came down to a battle of the buckets. Craig Date's natural aspirated version against Jason Bond's supercharged example, with Bond bouncing his way down the track ahead of Date to take the loot.
I can't stand to have to give a Nissan a buy.
Yeah, we're with you there, Gup. Yawn. And so to the finals. Goes a T-bucket. And the V8 bucket takes it. Bond. Jason Bond. Yes. The new issue of NZV8 magazine. Cover car, an evil Eleanor. The ultimate fusion of old and new. A very cool 66 Chevelle SS. Great paint and 515 horsepower. 2 Aussie 7-second Tirana drag cars with not a supercharger in sight. A 57 Ford Country sedan. A cool summer cruiser with 351 Windsor power. Coming up next week, we wrap up Powercruise with action on the track and burnouts.
That was a good burnout. And I've got...
Next week's Maguire's feature car. Paul's blown 65 Falcon. How to do it right on a budget. Brought to you in association with NAC Insurance, specialist vehicle insurers from the show to the strip or simply on the street. Visit nac.co.nz. And presented by LG, the brand that brings you smart and stylish home electronics. LG, life's good. The answer to this week's question: the most popular and mass-produced Holden of all time, the mighty HQ. NZV8 TV was brought to you by Smith's Group, bringing you trusted brands for over 30 years.